Ladies and gentlemen, we have Madden 25 Superstar Mode. Eric is going to give us a rundown of it. Please, and I mean please, everybody, listen to me very carefully. Do not fall asleep. Please, this is the do not fall asleep challenge. Do not fall asleep challenge, all right? Let's see who stays up the longest. The person who stays up the longest throughout this video will get a $5 cash app. If you go to sleep first, you get nada. Here we go.
It's got all of the news for Superstar Mode in Madden 25. I'm going to break down the blog and let you know everything you need to know for Superstar Mode going into this year's Madden game. Gotta make sure to bring the energy today, because yesterday y'all said I didn't have the energy and I didn't sound excited. Look guys, in all seriousness, some days I'm just tired, like that's all it is. I've been grinding a lot of long hours making these videos for multiple channels since right before college football came out, because you know that was a big event, that's a big game, I have to take advantage of it, and now we're on the Madden season, so there's really just been no break recently. It's just been all gas, no breaks, and I'm not complaining. You know, it's very beneficial for my channel to do this. I'm happy to do this, but yeah, just pumping out the content, and you know, some days I'm just not gonna have the same energy, but today we're gonna bring the energy, because it seems like a lot of people were a little disappointed that I didn't bring the energy yesterday. So let's talk about Superstar Mode for Madden 25. Now, I feel like this is gonna be a bigger game mode this year because of the fact that the college football game is back this year, and a lot of people want to take their Road to Glory player over to Madden Superstar Mode, and this is the first time you've been able to do this in 11 years. So it's going to be a pretty big deal. And if you are new to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe and turn the bell icon on, because we're going to be having some exclusive Madden gameplay coming within a few days, and I'm just going to have a lot of other exclusive content dropping as it is that time of the year. Those of you that have been around for years know that I get the early vids every year, same like I did with college, so that's going to be coming very soon. Make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss those. Now, they did not release a trailer for Superstar Mode this year, much like for Road to Glory and college football. They didn't do that either. They just put out some screenshots and some other assets that we can look at. But let's go over the blog. It says avatar. Your superstar journey starts when you decide which type of player you want to be, your physical avatar as well as your archetype. New to Superstar Mode in Madden 25 are preset archetypes. The choice is yours. Different archetypes provide different maximum ratings. For example, you start off with your ratings at 60, meaning they cap out at 84. As such, the tier of ability associated with the rating caps out as bronze. You can spend up to 3 creation points on any given rating. So as a QB, you could spend 3 creation points and bump that 60 throw power up to a starting base value of 75. Now the max throw power rating is a 99, and the associated ability, arm talent, can be upgraded to gold. All of this information is presented to you at the archetype screen. Additionally, you'll have to choose between spending creation points on core skills like throw power, accuracy, throw under pressure, versus spending them on physical skills like speed, excel, and strength. Physical skills don't have abilities associated with them, but they do significantly impact how you move and interact on the field. So you have to find a way to balance your core skills with your physical skills. You can't just be the perfect player maxing everything out. Now, they've also added more customization, which is something that has been complained about even when it was face of the franchise, and it said that they've added more faces, hairstyles, and facial hair options, and yes, also tattoos. And honestly, for me, the facial hair is like the biggest one, because the beard choices they had the last few years just seemed really weird to me. Like, you couldn't get like a full beard. It was like stubble and like a goatee and like a mustache, but you couldn't actually have like full long beards for whatever reason. But now that is in the game. And they also talk about how you can now import your player, which we all know. We knew this coming into college football 25 because they said it there, but they're just mentioning here that you can import that player over. And it says if you import a character from college football 25, you get additional creation points beyond the base cap of 15. And that's because if you've played through the other career mode, Road to Glory, you should get a benefit from that. So the game does recognize that. Now let's talk about the NFL Combine portion, and this is my favorite change this year. It says the Combine was fun in Madden 24. This year, however, it really matters. Think about how often a player barely on our radar puts on a show at the Combine and all of a sudden skyrockets up draft boards. Your performance at the Combine will impact your superstar in many ways. Your Combine performance can boost your player ratings. These boosts aren't just for a game or two. A successful Combine could tangibly increase your players' ratings, raising your floor for the rest of your career. So depending on how well you do in the 40, the bench press, the long jump, and all of that, your ratings will actually increase, whereas last year, all it really did was help you move up the draft board if you did good in the Combine, but it didn't actually increase your ratings, which I thought was a huge miss, and I'm glad they added that this year. And they also added 26 new mini-game drills for the Combine, and depending on your position, you will have drills tailored to your position, so that's pretty cool as well. Now, really quickly, I do want to mention that we are still sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. To your superstar skill.
Damn sure woke up for that, Skip. Oh my God. Woo, boy. Damn sure woke up for that one. All right, let's continue the video now.
Skill set, responses, and journey. Quests are also performance driven. Say you throw 3 interceptions in a game, your coach may give you a practice to help you rebound. And it says in Madden 24, Superstar quests were generic. They weren't performance based. This year, you'll be immersed in a world with contextual, action based quests. Is your team in rebuilding mode and losing games? If so, your quests could be more focused on personal statistics and development. If your team's crushing it, however, you could be dealt quests centered around winning and keeping your team in the playoff race. With unrivaled quests, you'll be able to single out your NFL rival. If you're a receiver, you could choose a quest with a challenge to dominate your cornerback rival. Some of the most powerful quests in your superstar journey are record breaker quests. You'll reap handsome rewards for breaking NFL records such as single game passing yards, rushing yards, etc. Don't expect this to be easy though. You won't be coming out throwing 600 yards a game. Don't be surprised if in a big game you're facing players with X Factor abilities turned on. You'll have more rewards on the superstar path, but the path itself will be challenging. The team wanted to make sure you're rewarded for your effort, making milestones feel truly impactful. Now, what a lot of that sounds like there is that they're also using the new scenario engine system from franchise also in superstar mode, which makes sense because that is one of the biggest selling points of franchise mode. Is now the new scenario system supposedly is going to be actually really good, and we'll have to see how this plays out, but it's going to be much more in depth and much more immersive and much more lifelike in terms of how players would act or demand things or the different situations you could end up in. And it sounds like they're also using that for superstar mode, which I think could be potentially even a bigger deal in superstar mode if it works well, because it'll put your player in situations where you feel like you actually have things to accomplish instead of just mindlessly playing through games. Moving on to teammate abilities, it says unlike any other game in the world, football is a team sport. Your superstar won't get far without help from your teammates. Conversely, great superstars also make their teammates great. That's why in Madden 25 we've introduced teammate abilities. These abilities are earned throughout your journey and passively improve your teammates. You'll be able to choose when and how to equip these. If you're playing quarterback, do you want to boost your wide receivers catching traffic or their deep route running? You'll be faced with choices all throughout your journey, personalizing every element of the path to stardom. Now, they also mentioned that they slightly updated the player grading that they introduced last year. It just says we bolstered player grades with a new suite of actions that impact grades. This year, for example, receivers will see grade boosts for successfully sticking to and running their route. Running backs will see grade improvements for hitting the correct hole and much more. I do like that a little bit because, you know, when you play superstar mode, a lot of times you kind of just do what you want. You don't run the route that's on the play because you feel like you can run a better route, which, hey, sometimes you're right. Sometimes the route you choose is better, but it's cool to know that they're kind of making it where they want you to play it how you would kind of have to play in real life. Like if that's the route you're on, most people don't have the freedom to just change up the route. They kind of have to stick to it. The running back hitting the right hole would be considered a win on the play, so I like that they're grading also based off that now as well. Now, they also mentioned Superstar Showdown, which is the extension of this mode where you can play 3v3 versus other players. And they said they updated that this year a bit as well. Firstly, there are more events. At launch, you'll be directed to the Ocho Cinco celebration event. But overall, they're just trying to do more events and different things inside the mode this year to make it more interactive, give you more reasons to log on and play the mode outside of just playing games, which, hey, like just playing games is fine, but you want different events, you want different things to go after, different things to win, and it sounds like they're just trying to do a little more of that this year. They also said keep an eye out for events come Halloween time. We can't wait to show you what we've been working on, so they'll probably have some pretty cool themed events, I'm guessing. And it also says here that you'll be able to play against friends. It says in challenge mode you can jump into a game with up to 5 friends for some epic 3-on-3 battles. The Showdown arena is the perfect place for you and your squad to show off your style with customizable introductions, emotes, and celebrations. Now, I didn't play this last year, so I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't know that you couldn't play versus friends. I guess maybe that wasn't a thing last year, or maybe it was bugged. I don't know. I would assume you'd be able to have a player friend in this mode, but the way they're wording it here, I'm guessing maybe you couldn't do that last year. I don't know, but if you can do that this year, that's great. That's kind of a big deal with modes like this. You should be able to play with your friends and invite who you want to play in the game, because I mean that's kind of one of those things that helps drive modes like this. Now, if you want to know everything we know about franchise mode, make sure you check out this important video right